Hey, what's up, Cooper? Quick demo video for you for your Oggdo killer. As you know, I got this done this morning, and then you sent me some sound fonts that you had purchased, and I told you I'd load them on here for you, which I did. So I just got done with that a little while ago. So I want to go over this guy with you. I got this installed with a Proffie V2. I did some weathering on the pommel that you wanted. So as you know, this comes black. So I tried to kind of make this metal with some rust, and then, you know, some just a little bit of rust and some breakage over here on the ends of the plastic pieces where it looks like it was twisted off or broken half on the game. And then we left this open for sound venting, put a few wires in here, and then I put a real quartz crystal in here for you. I like to use this spot as a crystal chamber. Even though it makes the handle a little bit tight going on, I can still fit a battery and a speaker in the back. It does not work for the staff configuration, but it works well when having it as a single saber like this. I do have your blade plug in, but we're going to take that out real quick. I just put it in the saber this morning so I wouldn't lose it because you sent it with it. I have a lot of sabers on my desk. So I put in CCSabers LED pixels in there for you. So those light up. It lights up the blade plug when there's no blade in, and of course it lights up your blade as well, which I'll go over with you in a second. This is a one-button setup, so everything is controlled right here. To open this up, you can just twist the handle, but you need to grab this coupler right here. This coupler is what screws onto the hilt. This handle will free spin if you're not careful. Right, it's I'll take it off and I'll show you. This coupler, as I'm spinning it and the handle's staying still, it's free. So we got the handle off. Here's your chassis. It says Oggdo Killer on one side. I do put Solo Sabers and Arabish on the other side. You got a 28mm bass speaker. And you can see your board right here. There's no chassis retention in this guy. What I do is I make this chassis a very tight press fit. So when you need to get to your board, you take this chassis and you pull it out very carefully. You only need to pull it out about a ½ inch. And you can, from there, take your board and pop it up, get to your SD card, your micro USB slot, do whatever you need to do, pop the board back down and press and shoot this forward again. I know because I've done it a few times, but I also did it just most recently while doing yours. Most of the time I will program a board before I wire it in, but because you had some sound fonts that you gave me after I finished up, that's how I do it. So we got that. You got a removable battery system. Spring side is going to be your negative side of your battery. Always remember that. This battery chamber, this battery cradle is inside the hilt just a hair so that I could fit the handle on. I mean, even though that handle is pretty long, the install space stops about where my middle finger is. You can see that diameter change in there, about right there actually, right? So I needed to be able to, well, it stops about right there because that speaker is right up against it. I need to be able to fit everything in there. So the battery is going to be extremely tight fit. You're going to be able to pop it in with your hands, but when taking it out, you're going to need some kind of hard plastic tool to come up here and pop the battery out, and I'll show you that. So we're going to throw a battery in. Remember, negative side is on the spring. So now we're going to take the handle and we're going to screw it on. This coupler is going to get super tight on you on the last thread or so, but that's fine. I'm not worrying about the orientation of this, but some people do. You know, if you wanted this spun a different way or facing a certain way, you could certainly spin it however you want, hold the handle and then twist the coupler, and then you would have your accuracy, right? I'm not too concerned with accuracy, but some people are. So we've got the handle on, super tight, activation. You can see your LEDs are lighting up like they should. You can see the crystal chamber or the quartz crystal in there lighting up. Smooth swing. And then we'll just hold it to turn it off. Just like that. And we're gonna throw a blade in. It takes a 1-inch NeoPixel blade. And I've got that right here. And we'll tighten down your blade retention as well. So we'll do that again. Just tap the button to turn on. Blade's working like it should. Crystal's lighting up. Now for blast or deflex, you just tap the button. Turn it off. Now with the one button setup, you want to hold down the button when the blade is off to change sound fonts.
Wherever you are hard to find.
That's your next one. I gave you a nice unstable blade for Kylo. Blast or deflex. We'll go to the next one. You got quite a few on here. Nice blue Cal Kestis blade from your Survivor package. I put all the colors on there that you wanted. I like to keep the crystal doing this unstable effect because I just think it's really cool. So it will flicker more than the blade. Blast or deflex. We'll turn it off. And then you will just continue that throughout your font package. We're going to take this blade out real quick, and then I'm going to show you how I take the battery out. And actually, while I've got everything in here, your blade plug will need to be cut down a little bit if you want it to sit flush with your emitter, because the CCSabers LED pixels, they do take up a little bit of room in there. Not a big deal, but you can cut it down pretty easy, because right now it sticks up about that far, right? But I just wanted you to see how it lights up without a blade. And you can see it lighting up. And those pixels are doing what they should. Now, we'll just unscrew this handle. This slides right off. I did JB weld on this guy, and this guy, and this greebly, and this greebly. Those are JB welded on so they won't come off on you. So now when you take it off and you got your battery here, you're not gonna be able to take it out with your finger because it's a tight fit. I have a pair of tweezers that have a rubber coating. You wanna be careful if you're using something that's metal, don't touch the contacts, but I've done this a lot. So I just come in here like this and grab the tip of that battery and pop it out, just like that. And then take your handle and slide it back in. And you're good to go. We'll just tighten it up. Just like that. So that's your saber, that's your Oggdo killer. Let me know if you got any questions. If not, this guy's going out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks, buddy.